with the statement of the night. Holy smoke. Nets, Bucks, game 2. No James Harden, no problem, because KD and Kyrie were ready to go. And I mean ready from the jump. Look at KD working on Giannis, crosses him over, knocks it down. Durant, the walking bucket. Later in the first, Nets up 10. Kyrie Irving getting into the act. Nets shot 52% from the floor for the game. They had a 17-point lead. Oh, you want high percentage shots? Watch Blake Griffin. Oh, he throws it down right in the face of Giannis. Everything going the Nets' way. They lead by 21. A minute later, Nets up 22. It's KD. He was 4 of 6 from 3. The Nets made 21 threes. Harden is laughing. Third quarter, time winding down. Durant, again, working on Giannis. Kevin Durant, oh, that's nifty. He had 32 and didn't play in the fourth quarter. In that fourth, it's Kyrie this time. He had 22 only because he didn't need more. Nets, led by as many as 49 in this game. They take a 2-0 lead with an absolute laugher. In fact, the dominance was historic. The 39-point margin of victory, the largest in franchise history. Moreover, their lead of 49 during the game, their largest in any game over the last 25 seasons. And here he is, JWill, KJZ, ESPN Radio every weekday morning. Jay, what the actual heck? Why was that so easy last night?
You can say lack of sense of urgency, but Greeny, this is a coaching issue for this team. Like, I'm going directly there. In the opening minutes of this game, you play this team zone. The Brooklyn Nets are the second best three-point shooting team in the NBA behind the Clippers. They have Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. You cannot give them open looks. They were down 49 points in this game. 49 points. So when I look at the collapses that they've had over the last several years, you know, losing 4-1 and getting beat down by the Miami Heat last year, 2 years before that, you could talk about losing to the Toronto Raptors, you know, 4 games to 2. It's embarrassing. And for this team, they need to get it together. But we were already talking about Coach Bud potentially being gone, even if Brooklyn had won this series, if it was tight. It's looking like he's going to be out. It looks like they're going to need somebody else to help this team get over the hump.
All right, so let me hold on a second. Let's go backwards before we go forwards. Is this over? I mean, can Milwaukee make this a series?
The Bucks stop here, in my opinion. I mean, it feels like it's over. I'm not saying it's over, but it sure as hell feels like it's over.
Yeah, because, I mean, we've seen these massacres and then things turn around and teams make comebacks and whatever it is. But there's no obvious reason to think that's going to happen here at all, right? It just appears so totally one-sided. The Nets are doing this without one member of their big three.
I'm going to say it to you again. We talked about this like this is supposed to be the best matchup in the playoffs this year, right?
Yeah.
49 points. Just let that sit for 1 second, Greeny. I know we don't like silence on the show. 49 points in a playoff game where Giannis is going against Kevin Durant. This is different.
Well, that's what I mean. So does that mean that the Nets are just going to rampage through this entire postseason? Is this just a coronation? Because I will not lie to you. Last night, as one who has loved the sport my entire life, made me a little nervous that we may get no drama the rest of the way.
Can you have a quick story time with Uncle Jay?
Yes, I would love to.
So a couple years ago, we're at a holiday party, and I came on this show, and I did a segment with you, and I said we had Anthony Davis and we had Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
I said, you know what, Anthony Davis and KD would have a baby. The similarities, physicality-wise, would be like Giannis, right? I go to the holiday party. Kevin Durant comes up to me and says, yo, don't you ever, ever compare me to Giannis. Don't you ever compare me to Giannis. I said, KD, what are you talking about? You know, I was just talking about similarities, physicality-wise, size, length. He's like, no, don't you ever compare me to Giannis. So when I see that matchup, you know what that matchup says to me? That's something personal for Kevin Durant. That's who he's attacking each and every day, because that's been in his brain, because people have talked about Giannis being on the same level. That's the kind of intensity you're seeing in this rivalry.
Oh, that's a very interesting story. And it does lead me to one other question that I think we can spend a little more time on going forward if it goes this way, and that is, how much of this is on Giannis? It's one thing to blame the coach, and I'm with you 100%, but how much of it is on Giannis?
Well, look, I've stopped expecting Giannis to be a Kevin Durant or a LeBron James. I've always called Giannis a skinny version of Shaquille O'Neal on the wing to a degree, right? I think a lot of this falls on, we talk about, hey, who can help take this team to the next level? Chris Middleton makes that clutch shots to help them get out of that first game against Miami. You need Chris Middleton to be special. You need your next guy to be different. And he's only shooting 31% from the field. He hasn't knocked down any shots. So you need other guys to step up. It is on Giannis too. And it's also in the organization. At the end of the day, Giannis has to think about, hey, can we win a championship here? Because Philadelphia is really good. Brooklyn Nets are really good. Atlanta's coming. The Knicks are here. A lot of teams in the East are coming up. And Milwaukee, it's not looking good.